pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first order of business will be to approve the minutes from the June 9th or 15th meeting. Has everybody had a chance to look them over? We need a motion to accept them.
I'll make that motion to accept.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor to approve the June 15th meeting minutes. Brian? Yes. Marv?
Yes.
Tyson?
Yes.
Jerry?
Yes.
Nikki?
Yes.
Motion carried, minutes approved.
You all set?
Yep.
Okay, I'll turn the meeting over to Andy, if you'll go over what's next.
Okay. Today we're having a site development review for MZL Realty. This is up at 915 North Main Street. This would be for the proposed new Best One tire going up there. If you look at the screen here, here we have the existing site. This building has already been raised. We're getting close to starting on this one. We'll go ahead and go to the proposed site. As you can see, they're kind of keeping everything up in the northeast corner of the property. Got a 18,000 plus square foot building. I have parking with light duty asphalt here in front. I have heavy duty parking here and around and exit back out onto Brunicardi. Right now, looks like they're having semi-bays right here. So they'll pull in off of Main, straight shot through, empty it back out onto Brunicardi. Is that correct, gentlemen? Okay. All the utilities are emptying out north to the property. We put in the new sewer and water line out here. BMU's electric is out on Brunicardi, correct? And they got a gas service going out there as well. Right here is their retention pond. Let me skip down to the stormwater sheet here. See, got basins in the parking lot. They're all draining to the retention pond. Brian, you have the stormwater calcs in your office.
Yes.
Did you have any issues with those?
No, they're withholding everything they need to. They did a good job on it.
So, and then they are outletting into that ditch out on Brunicardi that goes to the east. So, as far as setbacks, the building is in compliance. 40-foot setback off the right-of-way, so they're good there. The only thing I see they did encroach on was the parking setback is 20 feet off the right-of-way. They're showing proposed right up to the right-of-way on Brunicardi. If you're all familiar with the site, there currently was asphalt up there in the right-of-way. We tore it out when we put in the new water and sewer.
Right. Initially, I didn't have a huge issue with the setback, but this was considered an outlot, so that north property line is truly the old center line of the road through there. So if you look at your demolition plan, it shows that lot line is basically right down the middle of the asphalt paving. So his parking lot will be built right on top of either the sanitary or the water. I forget which one is there. So if we do allow the variance, we'll just have to make sure he's aware that he's built right on top of the utility, which again, I don't have a huge issue with that, but he just has to be aware that if we have an issue, we'll tear it up and you're gonna have to fix your asphalt like that, because you're technically built on top of the easement per se in there. So you may want to either consider shifting the site south maybe 10 feet, which is not a huge incident, or, you know, but something we can talk about.
Yeah, I think that might be something that would be able to shift in that zone.
Okay, I mean, 10 foot doesn't look like it's gonna kill you one way or the other on that, but it might just save you a lot of hassle long-term to just stay out of there. There you go, exactly. You gotta stay in business, so.
They meet all the parking requirements. Other than that, as far as spaces go, I think they're required 23 and they're showing 25, I believe. 24 and one handicap, so good there. Looks like dirt from the excavation of the building, they're going to mound up on the south side of the property here. So, I received several calls, and those gentlemen are here, and Mr. Mansfield and Mr. Deach. Other than that, this is a pretty simple one. Have you had any calls, Brian?
No, I have not on this. Surprising, actually. Well, I did have one call, and they were happy to see something happening out there, so, you know, it seems to be the flavor that I've heard. Okay, I did have a question for you, gentlemen. You've got the area there, it says crushed stone. Well, what's your intent with that 60 by 60 or whatever area that is where it says crushed stone? Is that going to be, you know, trailers, or what's going to go in there?
Yeah, probably some trailer parking. We'll be doing some trailer repair.
Okay, so if you pull a trailer in, you just got to leave it sit for a while, you're just going to set it on the stone?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it'll stage there until
Okay.
we can maybe get it in the shop. So, you know, they'll probably, you know, sometimes we'll have some storage on a
Right.
trailer, set it there.
Okay.
Kind of like we have, you know, at the current facility. So
Right.
obviously, we won't need quite the trailer storage we do at the current location of 5,000 square feet. But,
Okay. Well, in the zoning code, it stated everything's hard surface, but I understand if it's just storage. The reason for that is dust. You're not going to have dust coming out of there, so I don't have a huge issue with the stone area, but I just questioned that. Didn't know what your intents were.
Yeah, some storage trailers right there.
All right.
Does anybody else have any comments up here? Marv?
Nope, I'm good.
Nikki?
I'm good.
We did mention here about a fence if they're storing tires or something outside.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be storing any tires outside.
Okay.
I don't believe, will you? No. Their site's pretty clean where they have it right now, so.
Okay.
If they did, they would have to address that with screening requirements, which
Okay.
that would just be a separate permit through our office if something like that pops up. But did want to make you aware, because you're disturbing more than 1 acre, you're going to have to get through EPA, the NOI, the notice of intent, and possibly prepare a SWIP, a stormwater pollution prevention plan for them. Just making sure you're aware of that, because it is over 1 acre. You'll have to do that, which I'm sure you've dealt with that before. So just bringing that up. That question was brought up as well earlier today by an individual, so just make sure you're aware of that.
Do you have any questions? Municipal utilities, do you have any questions, concerns? You guys have probably already been through all this. Yeah.
Just water, I showed, and it's just a site plan, I understand, but you probably have to have a separate potable water line. It's just not shown there, but you got.
We researched that, and here again, the state code says we can pull off a fire line inside.
Inside?
Yeah, because it's only going to be like an inch and 1/8. And the plumbing code says you can pull it off.
Yeah, we typically have like a separate tap that we can shut off here.
Bryan and I talked about that months ago.
Right.
And whatever we need to do to make everybody happy, but I just know, I talked to the fire guys and the plumber, they both said, yeah. So they can be pulled off that fire.
Well, this is something we can address too as well. You know, typically, this meeting here is more or less for zoning requirements to make sure everything's set. like normal, if we approve this site, we'll ask that the final approval comes through our office, which again, will get you guys involved as well there. So, you know, we'll be able to work out any issues like that between what your rules and regulations state versus the state code and whatnot. So we should be able, because I was surprised it was an 8-inch fire line.
Well, me too, and I just, as a site plan, I was just making sure that we have plenty of utilities all the way
Right.
around there. They're easily served
Right.
on multiple locations. I mean, they have 2 water services off to the east side that's, you know, existing. So
Right.
it's like they have plenty of options, so.
Okay.
The reason why you would possibly see 2 services versus 1 would be the possible contamination coming back into
Right.
that public system. But what's happening on the code side, with all backflow preventers, all that stuff, has to be installed on that line if you pull it off a fire line.
Right.
Inside the building. That's how that eliminates that contamination.
We'll have to look into that and compare it to what your rules say.
Doug, do you have any questions or anything about it for the fire department?
With that small line coming off, they're before the check valve, and they're not high demand on that, so that's going to be within the code compliance. Probably the biggest thing is the metering issue, and I just set that up because that drives that, because obviously you don't want to have a meter in your fire system.
Do you have any other questions about anything?
No, until we get into the plans.
The final plans, right, yep.
How about anybody else off the floor? Any comments you'd like to make?
Covered everything I was questioning.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else? I guess we about went around everybody.
Would like to know they did submit a landscape plan. So they are aware of it, and we'll do final review on that, based on utilities and whatnot. As far as placement, we'll get with city arborist. And
Right, we weren't in a huge issue with construction happening over fall and winter. It wouldn't be addressed till spring anyways, so we just said, well, typically we have court review that anyways and approve it, make sure it conforms, so
When is this going to get started?
as soon as they can, I heard.
I was hoping last month. Weather,
right.
I believe really as soon as we get the permits, I mean, we're ready to go with everything.
Good.
Get the existing building down and then.
You want to move in early spring, don't you? We'll say late winter.
I'm counting on that. Yeah, we're hoping February.
Wow.
Good.
We'll have him in a headlock till February. Then we'll really put the squeeze on him. So,
There you go.
yeah, we would love to have a target date of February where we can start getting acclimated to the new building. We get real busy in the summer months typically. So, you know, January, February is a good, bad months to move, but it's good months for us to learn to live there. So, target date's going to be end of February.
Okay, good. So we need a motion to,
Yeah, I guess I would make a motion to accept the development plan review, noting that the landscape plan needs to be approved by the city arborist, and obviously any final construction drawings, including any potential parking shifts to address the right-of-way on the north side, be handled through the city engineer and utilities office as well.
you got that all wrote down?
Nope. It's my standard. He'll pull it off last month's meeting.
We do need a second.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion on the floor to accept the site development review with conditional landscape plan and final location of the parking be reviewed through city engineer's office.
Final site plans, period. Be reviewed.
Yeah, final site.
Yep.
Bryan?
Yep.
Nikki?
Yes.
Tyson?
Yes.
Jared?
Yes.
Marv?
Yes.
Motion carried. Site plan approved with conditions.
Do you have anything else?
If we have a September meeting, it'll be the following Monday after Labor Day, which I believe is the 14th.
Fair day.
Yeah. So, but as of right now, I don't have anything. I have talked to a few people, but nothing definite scheduled yet. So,
Okay.
I guess we can look at that since Right. I know Rhonda's usually out for that day, so we'll look at maybe moving that back even another week.
Or even during the week, it wouldn't matter, it depends on what we have, so that'd be fine.
So,
Okay, we need a motion to adjourn now. Right? We got everything done?
I believe so.
Second.
motion to adjourn, Nikki?
Yes.
Tyson?
Yes.
Jerry?
Yes.
Bryan?
Yep.
Marv?
Yes.